Hello, good evening, and welcome. We are continuing in Dishonored, and today you'll notice a rather long title on the stream. That's because we're doing the final missions. Which means we have to go to our party. But before we go to the party, we're going to do a couple things. Specifically, we're going to get that.
Attention Dunwall citizens. Hiram Burroughs, once known as the Lord Regent, is no longer in power. His corrupt and illegitimate regime has come to a close. Long live the Empress.
Okay, so that means
Attention Dunwall citizens. Recent
this one.
revelations of the Lord Regent's role in events leading to the outbreak of plague have necessitated a restructuring phase in the city's government. Please remain alert for further announcements.
Now, fun fact. If, when you were in the tower, you killed the propaganda officer, the person who reads all that stuff, then you will get a female announcer there, who will be none other than the
Corvo!
late,
Everyone says you did something good tonight.
great Carrie Fisher.
Damn me, he's done it. Word is spreading all over the city. The tyranny is over. By this time tomorrow, Emily will be on the throne. After that, we'll clear your name and put everything we've got into rebuilding the city.
I wish there were more of a city to rule. Most of Dunwall is rats and corpses.
The Admiral's right, I'm afraid. Corvo, you did your job while the rest of us sat on our asses. Our work starts tomorrow.
Tonight, rest easy. Tomorrow, we crown an empress. To Corvo, the man who served to change the course of history.
To Emily Colvin, and the new dawn rising for Dunwall and the Empire.
Boy, my whiskey looks different.
She'll need higher
That is-
mathematics, court protocol, and cosmology, of course. Do you provide these things?
Of course not, no. I just think I should have a central role. She trusts me.
It's true, she does, but she should trust all of us. Don't you trust me, Callisto?
What the hell is that?
Do you need me to put something together for you?
Mm-hmm. First, okay, now let's get this over with. Do 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 do. Boom.
Samuel, you move like you've been drinking. Did the poison work its magic? Is he dead?
It better have worked. It cost me a month's profit.
Yes, sir. I believe Corvo has breathed his last. Just as you wanted.
You've done a fine job.
Remember, we need the body. If we come forward with the corpse of the man who murdered the Empress, we'll be greeted as heroes.
Yes, it'll grant us legitimacy. We'll be the men who rescued Emily and brought down the Lord Regent and his assassin. You'll see to the body, won't you, Samuel?
Yes, sir. I'm sorry something terrible, Corvo. But I only gave you half the poison. They were watching me, and it was all I could think to do. I think you're strong enough to survive that. I'll put you on a raft, and then I've got to ship out myself before they find out I've gone against their wishes. Snakes. They'll want to do the same to me as soon as I've outlived my uses. Hopefully you'll wake up and find your way out of this cursed city.
Now, fun fact. Samuel still has a lot of connections. So, by making him pre-pour the glass with the poison, they made sure that he can't tell his connections anything, because he'd have to reveal himself as the man who poisoned the actual savior of the city. He doesn't have high-up connections, let me clarify that. But he has enough connections that it would get to higher-ups.
This is the one who was with the Empress when she died.
At least that's how I justify it.
Poisoned. Tivian stuff. Amateur work. He'll live. That's up to Dowd.
Dowd. Okay. Now. There are no river crusts. None. I want to make that clear.
I know a great deal, bodyguard.
Huh.
I recognize those marks on your hand.
I recognize you.
A gift from your friend.
Friend.
The one who talks to you in the dark. Talks to you when you visit his shrines. I visited those shrines too. And I know what it felt like to shove a blade into your Empress. But I don't know you. Who you are, and who you fight for. You're a mystery. And I can't allow that.
Oh, my stuff. Jerk. You killed the Empress.
Here you are at last, in a ruined and drowning world, held captive by the man who killed your Empress, the assassin, Dowd. Your friends poisoned you and dumped your body in the river. Did they do it to protect themselves, so no one would ever know what they'd done? Or was it because they were a single move away from controlling an empire, and they knew you'd never let them manipulate Emily?
Both.
Maybe none of these. Perhaps that's just the nature of man.
And Samuel did it to make sure they didn't have the body. And with the hope that Corval survived. Now, since we are going non-lethal, I'm going to show you the non-lethal way to take care of things, of course. This you absolutely have to do. Now, you didn't have to break all of them, but it's better that you do, because then those guys will not know. And real quick, bone charms, turn off albinos for healthy appetite. Let's see, we're going to increase our movement speed. hagfish. And of course I used the wrong power. Now I'm staying in the hagfish because, well, it gets me to here faster. And now, I don't need healthy appetite. We'll put albinos back on. And let's see. How dare you not be albino? Fun fact, you could go after Dowd by possessing a rat and going there. Another fun fact, if you possess a rat and you stay in there for 3 minutes, you will get an achievement. And the Flooded District is actually the largest mission in Dishonored, because the Flooded District is actually 3 missions in one. And I'll call it there. And with calling it there, I am going to equip that. And I'm going to unequip that, equip that. Now, getting the gear that's dowed through down over there is completely optional. However, you will not get that gear back. And you will have to rely on a pistol and grenades to get you through here. Oops. Silly me. Almost made a mistake. Now. Looks like I got all of them. If I didn't, I'm about to have one shoot at me. Spit at me, whatever you want to call it. That's a note from Campbell. Wishing these overseers good luck in dealing with Dowd and his men. And you'll get to find out what that's about in a mo. Because, there is DLC, and we will be playing with the DLC. remember when DLC meant downloadable content and did not mean digitally licensed. Back in the day when you didn't have to actually have your computer online for everything. Ooh, perfect shot. Don't get that very often. Yeah, I figured someone was near. From there, I think he's gonna go sit down there. There's one of the 3 final paintings. By the way, I'm going to show you this, and that is because it gives you one save combination. In fact, it gives you the combination for the next save you'll encounter. Oh, come on, lady, turn around. Funny thing is, the Weepers are just investigating what that noise was. They wouldn't normally come down this far because of the river crusts. Keep going. Keep going. Which the river crusts are mostly close together. In High Chaos, there would be a Piero's remedy here. And there would be an Anton's elixir there. Dang, that's gonna count as a detection. I'll have to live with that. Which is rather annoying. In High Chaos, there would be 2 Weepers in here. Healthy Appetite too, that would have been helpful, that would have left. Okay. And I'm just collecting coins out of habit. Oh, 890. I wonder if that's going to jump when I get my inventory back. It should. If I'm lucky, that didn't count as a detection. I'm not banking on being lucky. Okay, got just the one there right now. Okay. So the door's in that spot where I opened the one big door. Those come out there. And yeah, because I have level 2, I could just use that to make sure which ones have coins, because sometimes I forget, but why? Now, river crusts, when there were not any river crusts there to begin with. Station control, you need whale oil for that to lower the stairs over here, but if you do lower the stairs, then a rat swarm will show up. It won't be able to get to where the river crusts are, but if you blast the river crust to where one of them lands in here, that's going to be a problem. So, let's take advantage of the level 2 blink. Get this next bone charm. Run number 2. Okay. And coins, coins, lovely coins.
Why did you come back here? Hard to say, but we should watch this. We'll see it from the rooftops. All right. If nothing else, we can cut him off at the market. He can't get through the rail station without the key. This one is resourceful. He'll find a way.
Okay. So, to kill those guys and save yourself some heartache later, what you would have to do is time freeze, then get up here, kill, kill, kill. And if you do it right, there won't be a detection. If you do it wrong, it will count as there's a detection. Or you could kill them later. Yes, I did it all in one go. Now, I don't think, well, I didn't hear. In theory, you should be able to jump up there if you've forgotten to get your double jump, but get your darn double jump. Because theory and practice are two different things. Now we're going to do this. And I'm kind of impatient, so. Got you there. Where's the missus? There she is. When they cough up biting flies, by the way. Come on, come on. Are you kidding me? You're not kidding me. I have never seen him do this before. I have literally never seen him do that before. He usually stands here and then swaps to here. But, whatever. Now, fun fact, if you killed Campbell, there will be 3 Reapers down here in Locales. If you didn't kill Campbell, there will just be Campbell. In High Chaos, there will be 4 Reapers standing right there, no matter what. Now in canon, Corvo killed Campbell to put him out of his misery. That's one canon thing. Or did he? I don't know if Campbell got cured or not, to be honest. I'd have to look it up. Did I get them all in one go? I did. Fantastic. I don't want to do those. Yeah. So, like I said, there would be a swarm of rats. No, I've never done that before. Why would you think I've done something like that before? There we go. Real gear. By the way, you still have the heart. Now let's see if I can... Nope. Oh, for the love of Benji. There. This is a note about how they pretty much got slaughtered trying to get into Dowd's base. Now, here, you will have those three. You have one over there, you have one right there, which you get around by doing that. And you have the third one is down here. Oh good, you're making this easy for me. If he falls down, he counts as a kill. Now remember what they said, you can't get in the rail station without a key. That was supposed to be slick, but it wasn't, dang it. Okay, did I miss one? Where did I miss coins? I didn't, okay. Got coins over here. That key. Actually, I don't need to. Okay. Now, because I always end up getting stuck on that door on my way out, that's why I did it like that. Hey, look, a safe. I wonder what the combination is. Could it be 428? Hey, how about that? It was 428. All of the safes that you run into here in this first game, as well as the DLC, start at 0, 0, 0. So you can just count on the toddlers. However, that being said, I've got that on, right? Right, good. Nope, not doing either of those. In Dishonored 2 and 3, the safes do not start at 000. Because only psychotic OCD people like me Robust. It's about time I got that one. I'm not gonna need it. I have no idea why he didn't see me there. I'm not complaining though. Ah, son of a biscuit.
for field work. I have a job tonight. What's the delay? I am gate-bound, not river-bound. And Dowd holds the key to the tunnel and is asking...
Yak. Shut up. Oop, that one's not gonna hit, right? Now I'm going to temporarily remove that to put that on. Oops, that's right. Okay. Okay. Ah, good. See, Scavenger gives you a chance to pick up an extra piece of ammo. It's not a guarantee, but it gives you a chance.
For your next trial, you must move unseen. Stay in shadow and avoid the light.
I'm gonna let them continue their training.
Without attracting notice.
Mainly because I only have so many sleep darts.
Very good. I did not see you approach. Now, attempt a transversal. Do not focus on your destination with your eyes. That is folly, and will limit the potential of the power.
Assuming you were able to get it.
You know the layout of the room. Instead, focus on where you wish to be standing, and it will be so. Excellent. We have no more to teach you for now. Return to your place of rest. Your real work with us begins tomorrow night.
And that's why I let them finish. So that I only have one to deal with. Do. Fun fact about Dowd. He's immune to your sleep darts. He's also pretty resilient when it comes to being shot with bolts, bullets, fire bolts. And that's not just because I'm on very hard for the difficulty. Dowd is one of the two hardest bosses if you don't know what you're doing. Fortunately for me, I know exactly what I'm doing.
Master,
What is it?
Corvette vanished quickly for a bit from the whole area, and the men on duty swear they saw absolutely nothing. It sounds impossible, I know. The Greaves refinery's restarted. What do you make of it?
Yeah, he knows your work better than you do. Deal with the sentries as you see fit.
As for Corvo, I suspect that in time he will come to you.
So you've lost it all. Ruined at last. Lord Regent, Royal Spy Master, Hiram Burrows. You small, worried man. You'll never know how many times I've thought about trying to get close to you again. Just to put a piece of sharp metal in your eye. But now there's no need. You've been taken down by the same apparatus that gave you life to begin with. Laws and courtrooms and the mighty swell of public outrage. Good riddance to you, sir. So many schemes you had, and so many contracts. How many people did I kill for you?
None like her, none like the last. I'd get back all the money if I could. No one should have to kill an empress. And yes, Dowd regrets actually killing Jessamine. Good night, buddy. Good night, buddy. Thank you. Let's see where you're going. I usually just shoot them with sleep darts, but I figured I'd save myself some money. What I normally do is shoot the first two with sleep darts, and then shoot a bolt and shoot that one. Okay. Now, the reason I did that is this is a much faster way to get over here so that I can get this money. There's a second out of the final 3 paintings. Carry on my wayward son. No. Plague resistant. Yay. Okay. I'll get rid of good lungs. For robust 2. Yes. Yes.
There's no hospital. I told you that.
Now, I could have gone up there, taken care of those 2 schmucks, and stolen the money that they have stashed. But don't need it.
Get back. What the? Going so soon? I thought you'd never leave.
I normally choke her out, but I've got to catch my ride. And there is money where she is. But as you saw, I have 3,000 some coins. Don't need the money. If I was going 100%, I'd have to grab all the money and... Don't. Oops. Oops. That was kind of an oops. Okay. So, there are 4 Reapers there. If you don't want their attention, don't go for that. Besides, there's a bone charm over here. Twist of Fortune 2. Alright, that increases the odds that when you drink an elixir, either one, you will end up having your mana fully restored. Zero gate's locked. He's going to tell you about Granny Rags over here. I mean, actually, let's listen to him, even though I don't need to.
You're the mask guys been taking down all the lords and ladies. No
Just for your sake.
Unless you got the sewer key. Only one place to get that key, and I wouldn't go there. Not for all the gold in Dunwall Tower. Not again. Maybe you could pull it off, though. Something attacked us in the distillery. It used the rats. I know it sounds crazy. And then it run back under the streets. So we come down here to kill it. Slackjaw leading the way. Went bad. I barely crawled out. Don't know what happened to Slackjaw. He had the sewer key, though. It was a fog. And then rats. Rats everywhere.
Yeah, I don't care if there was a fog and then rats. Let's use a regular grenade on these guys. Ouch! Jerkwad. Fine. Now, you cannot get all the runes without having opened this path up. The safe combination's right here. Month of Wind, Seeds, Ice. And hey, look, the 13 months right there. Month of Wind is month 5, month of Seeds is month 2, and month of Ice is month 8. Acrobat, nice. Oh, wait, was there something to heal myself over here? No. Okay. That wouldn't have been so hard if I'd have used this sticker grenade right away there. Oh well. Yes, I'm berating myself. Just a little bit. Aim for the middle one. The nice thing about the stickies is you do not have to actually cook them like the regular grenades. Now, if you don't have the Voidwalker arsenal, and you can also get some bolts back, but that's where you can catch your breath before going through this part, because without good lungs, you will more than likely, if you make a mistake, and kind of like that, if you make a mistake and go the wrong way, or get turned around, you will more than likely start losing life because you're drowning. Now, this is where you kill the last person.
I'm going to boil off the nasty fat and sinew and carve a pretty song on your bones.
Hey! Someone kill this crazy
I'm cheating.
witch! I could make you rich!
Quiet now. Granny needs to concentrate.
Don't kill me. Granny Rat, stop. Stop what you're doing. Get me out to talk about it.
My knives gotta be nice and sharp to cut into your skeleton, Slackjaw.
Nice and sharp. That's the last painting of the game.
Oh no, you don't. I'll kill you and cook you and eat your heart for breakfast.
Do things the fast way like that. Ah, good. And because I don't like leaving my stuff hanging around, let's go ahead and pick up the ones that weren't used. Like I said, I cheat.
Want to know something funny? When we were kids, we were all scared of Granny Rags. Thought she was a terrible witch. Then we grew up and figured she was just a sad old lady. We were right the first time. Now ain't that funny? I owe you. This won't even the score, but it's all I got left. Luck to you, Corvo.
You notice Slackjaw knows your name and knows who you are, because Slackjaw is good at gathering information like that.
You find your way into such interesting places, Corvo. At the eye of the storm, raging between granny rags and this man who has lived his whole life with a cleaver in one hand and a bottle in the other. Crawling out of those flooded ruins, winding your way back to the pub where you last saw Emily. Where is she now? How does it feel now, knowing your allies betrayed you? Strange how there's always a little more innocence left to lose. And Dowd, the man who killed the Empress. You had him in the palm of your hand, and you let him walk away? You fascinate me.
So, canonically, Corvo did let Dowd walk away. And since you can't import your saves, you get to find out canon rather easily. Okay, now then, let me see. I don't need... Oh, I had River Affinity equipped, but not good lungs. Oh well. You... I think I will put you on. It's just those. Oh, wait, I will need that. Now, if you're in High Chaos, these will all be Weepers, and one of them would have been there. Actually, that's going to be the next thing you need. And yes, you can steal from the lady there, but don't need to. Last rune of the level. There is one more bone charm. Oh. For the love of Benji. Slid too far. Now, let's shoot fish in a barrel. Yes, I know it's dead. I don't care. It bit me. Okay. Yep, I got one detection. And for some reason, Granny Rags doesn't count as a hostile, she counts as a civilian. Same with Slackjaw. With those, that was the Slackjaw side of the achievement, by the way. If you'd have talked to Granny Rags and killed Slackjaw and put him in the pot for Granny Rags for her birthday present, you'd get the Granny Rags side. Only do that if you're hunting the achievement. Because canonically, Corvo did save Slackjaw. They have conversation later.
Please, no. Oh, it's you, Corvo. Thank the stars. We all thought you'd been killed. Except for Samuel. He seemed sure you'd survived. I saw him on the river shortly before the killing began.
Mm-hmm.
He was smart enough not to come ashore. But I'll bet he's still out there. Looking for you, is my guess. At first, Pendleton said it was time for our bonus. Havelock stood behind them, and at the signal, he shot them each in the back of the head. Just like the target drills he used to. Lydia barely had time to scream. I would be dead too. Except Wallace told me I wouldn't be getting anything. Pendleton kept apologizing, saying that no one could ever know about the things they'd done. Martin was drinking and seemed sad. The Admiral was about to shoot Callista. Then he mumbled something about owing her uncle, Captain Kurnow, a debt. They said it was time for Sokolov, and went off to his cage. I don't know what happened after that. Emily was there when the killing started. Poor child. I hope she hid her eyes. The Admiral said that Martin was right. I guess they talked about it. And they started to worry they'd get executed for all that they'd done, going after the Lord Regent and his allies. I suppose it's why they've poisoned you too. I thought Lydia would squeal on me at the end. She just told Havelock to screw himself. And died. Lydia's the only one who ever showed me any kindness. I don't think the Admiral actually knew I existed. I can hide here for as long as it takes. Seems that no one is safe when a man is that close to a prize like the throne.
Okay, now. I'm going to show you the quick way to do this. You can also kill absolutely everyone. But why? Well, why is obvious when you're in high chaos.
Could the city get any worse? Chances are very good.
It's refreshing to converse with someone on my own level.
I couldn't agree more. Your expulsion from the Academy was a crime against natural philosophy itself.
Which you might have pointed out at the time. But it's pointless to hold a grudge. I want to ask you...
About the elixir, yes. And I need to discuss your tonic. Why have you not tried the homeopathic solution?
And where am I to find the subjects? I can't recruit from prisons as you do. But it's forced me to work with another agent derived from...
The river crusts, yes. I'd guessed as much. But I think our approaches may reinforce each other. This is what we've been lacking thus far. Corvo,
they became friends.
Still breathe. The city would not be the same if you were not with us. I've completed Piero's work on an arc pylon, but only just.
With this device, we can send a powerful electrical signal through the nervous system, merely rendering our enemies unconscious, or they can be reduced to ashes. I've attuned it so that we will be safe from the functions of the device. It will only trigger in the presence of our enemies. This arc pylon is more powerful than the older design. It will function at a greater range, striking down our foes while ignoring us. I need my final sequence, which is recorded in the blueprint for this device. Havelock was inspecting it before the killing started. Return the blueprint to me. It was in his bedroom before he left. Hopefully, it's still there. You may navigate the fields of battle with ease, but Sokolov and I are not as gifted in the same way. Without the arc pylon, it is only a matter of time before they put an end to us. We can get this device working, or you can go out and remove our enemies one by one, whichever you think is best.
So, if you killed everyone, you can tell Piero that you killed everyone. And Piero says, everyone's dead? You do in 4 minutes what I've been working weeks to manage. I thank you for showing me the inefficiency of my methods, or something along those lines. It's absolutely hilarious.
The arc pylon is complete. Now to activate it.
With this device, we can send a powerful electrical signal through the nervous system, merely rendering our enemies unconscious. Or they can be reduced to ashes.
What is your opinion, Corvo?
Well, since I'm going low chaos, I want to put them all to sleep.
As you wish, Corvo.
Of course, if you have him burn them all, it doesn't count as you killing anyone, if I remember right.
All is ready, Corvo. All that remains is plugging in a whale oil tank to power it. Will you do the honors?
When this arc pylon is charged, no one will dare come near us.
It uses up way too much whale oil.
Simply amazing. It functioned beyond my greatest expectations. It defies description. A device like this will ensure Dunwall's security for a century.
We once discussed a system of signals to be used in Emily's tower for communication across the river. I wonder if he remembers that.
By the way, there's Lydia and Wallace. Wallace has an apology letter that was left on his body by Pendleton. If you're in high chaos, Callista does get killed, and the letter that you'll find in the tower over here will actually be on her person as well as her key. At the same time, all the lovely ammunition that you need will be here and there. Well, there at least. I don't remember about here. Special drawing. Now, this drawing tells you what the last level's gonna be. Because it's Corvo without his mask. If it was Corvo with his mask, it would be high chaos.
Corvo, I can't believe you're alive. They killed everyone, Corvo. They killed everyone to cover it all up. Then they took Emily with them and they left. I couldn't do anything to protect her. Please find her. Make her safe.
This is the letter that will be left on Callista's body.
All his talk of being an honorable military man, Havelock will use Emily like a puppet to his own advantage.
Actually, let me see what I've got. Oh, I've got all 10 sleep darts. I'm good to go.
Thought I'd find you here. Never pays to bet against you, does it? I saw the signal. I knew you'd be back, Corvo. I knew it. We'll need to get out of here soon. The Admiral controls the military now, Martin's High Overseer, and Pendleton's in favor with the aristocracy and Parliament. They need Emily, of course. But if Havelock senses that it's all about to fall down around him, who knows what he's liable to do. Good. Then it's one more trip across the river to where it meets the sea. That's where the Lord Regent was building his new lighthouse. Ought to be something to see.
By the way, if you want to check on Cecilia, you'll find that she made a run for it, and hope she'll see you again. There is one more rune. I'm not going to get it, but I will tell you where it is.
This is it, sir. I suspect Havelock Martin and Lord Pendleton landed there a while ago and went into the
if you decide you want to get the rune, you can figure it out.
They're not giving up without a fight. I remember hearing the Admiral and Martin talking about this place as where they'd hold up if they had to. Anybody going in has to breach the fort and the gatehouse. Then there's only one way to the top. All I can say is that it's been a pleasure serving with you. Maybe after all this is settled, we'll see each other again. Good luck, Corvo. If anyone deserves it, you do. Give my best to Emily. After she's on the throne, she won't have time for an old man like me. I knew you were sharp, Corvo. But somehow you managed to get through all this mess without losing sight of what really matters. For that, I respect you. The city's gonna pull itself up, I believe. Too many good people here to let it all turn to ashes. I'd best be going. The battlefield's no place for an old sailor like me. That time is long past. Good luck, my friend.
By the way, another fun fact. If you talk to Samuel before you turn in any missions, you'll find out that Samuel, I'm not doing that. I'll just do that. Call it good. Used to serve under Admiral Havelock when Samuel was in the Navy.
Should we gather?
So yeah, just pause yourself in here. Well, don't pause, but stay in here for 3 minutes and bam, easy. Dang
she up there, do you think? The new Empress?
She came in a few days ago, but she keeps to herself. Must be a shock.
I wonder what she's like.
Just a kid, I guess.
Imagine being a kid. Then suddenly, they tell you in a few years, you'll rule the Empire. What do you do?
Me? Settle a few scores, I guess. Then order some pastries from that shop on Clavering. Lots of them.
Now he's not gonna move from his little hidey hole. But we have another guy who's gonna visit from here. And I have no idea why it's shaking. Just have to wait. Yes, I did shoot the sleep dart in his nuts. Alright.
That's just ridiculous.
Do 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 do. He has the key if you want to go through the door like that. But I of course don't. Hang on, pup. Puppy needs to go out, but we're almost done. Oh, sorry, it's 4 people since I'm doing this canonically. With the we don't know exceptions being in place. In High Chaos, he'll be up there with Emily.
Remember when this was just a dream shared by a few and
Help me! Who is... Corvo! I knew you'd come. Is it going to be okay now? Will I be Empress?
Okay. So, there we are. You get an achievement for low chaos, you get an achievement for high chaos.
So ends the interregnum, and now Emily Caldwin I will take her mother's throne after a season of turmoil. You will stand at her side, Corvo, guiding her young mind and protecting her from those who seek to exploit her or cause her harm. You watched and listened when other men would have shouted in rage. You held back instead of striking. So it is with the passing of the plague and Emily's ascension, comes a golden age, brought about by your hand.
By the way, they just forgot to fix her palette color, but that's Callista.
And
Never
decades hence,
get to find out
when
what
your
happens
hair
to
turns
Cecilia.
white and you pass from this world, Empress Emily, Emily the Wise, at the height of her power, will lay your body down within her mother's great tomb, because you are more to her than royal protector. Farewell, Corvo.
Okay. So, this is ending a little early, but I'm not starting the DLC yet. That will be started on Wednesday. And the reason I'm starting the DLC is because, well, there are 2 times Emily gets saved during that whole period of the game. And obviously Corvo saves her, but there's another situation. Anyway, I do hope you enjoyed. If you enjoyed, please click that like button. At the same time, do me a favor if you haven't already. Press the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you get notifications when I'm online and when I have posted new content. And from there, I will see you on Wednesday. I will have a new thing coming up. It'll just be videos being posted. It will not be live stream. And you'll see what it is later. And until then, have a fantastic